When it came to designing my front page, contents page, and double page spread of My Media magazine, I wanted to add certain features and design elements to the pages to make it so that it was what I wanted on the page. On my front page, obviously, I edited the photo to get the right color balances and the color gradients, and once I'd done that, it was perfect. But the other thing I did, but it was actually when taking the photo, was I made sure to use proper lighting. The lighting I used was just a normal backwash light, but I made sure to use a sort of bed sheet sort of piece of cloth to make a very soft light. This was mainly because I didn't want to create any sort of shadow whatsoever. So I was able to make it so that there was no harsh shadow able to be made at all. And then in companion with that, I also used carbon paper on certain parts of the room to make it so that the shadow and the lights couldn't bounce around the room, creating any more shadow. On my contents page, on the left hand side, where all the main information and the writing is, I split the text up with red arrows. This way, it would just add another design feature, and it sort of adds sort of like layers and depth to the page. And then underneath the text next to the reading sign, I added a paint splatter so that it wasn't so basic and uniform with just a white background. On my double page spread, I didn't add much to the page other than two things. I put white flicks using a very faint paintbrush around the outline of my main artist. This way I could sort of make a silhouette sort of effect and while she was looking towards the writing. And the other thing was I used a very thick and bold paint splatter tool and used that around the very uniform dead straight lines that I'd created to make a background for my main quote. This way I could break up those straight lines, and I felt like it looked better with the paint splatter because it was more edgy and it had a little bit more sort of indie look to the magazine.